Welcome back to the lab, folks. In my last video, I put out the question to you whether you wanted to see the Silicon SDS 804X HD scope first, or whether you wanted me to start working my way through this massive pile of mail. And the massive pile of mail won out, so that's what we're going to do. Let's get started on it and see where we go from there. All right, here is no particular order. Let's see what we got here. A number of items. Okay, there's some silly stuff here. I saw these things. It was one of those deals where, you put three things together and you get free shipping. A lot of these things are like that. But in this particular case, it came up really cheap. Like one day it was like, put three things together for 79 cents US. And so here's some of those things. This here is a pen. I don't even know if it works. Probably at that price it won't. Oh yeah, it works. It works for now. But it's also got built into it a little vernier. It does have a vernier scale on it. I don't know how accurate it is or whether or not it actually works. I'll check that out someday, but I'm not going to waste your time with it. But just to make quick measurements of something, I find myself needing to do that all the time. And I usually have to drop everything I'm doing, going and finding where I left my proper caliper. Yeah, so this would be handy for, the quick and dirty measurements. And at the same time, they had this. So I got these two things to kind of complete the order for these. These were a little bit more money, but they were on the same buy three, get free shipping thing. So this is going to be for my key ring. Now this one here, you can actually lock the measurement in, but it's a piece of junk. Right? But if you had to desperately make a quick little measurement, this one doesn't even have a vernier on it. It's 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, and then you can lock it in. And so I'm going to put that on the end of my key ring, and I'll have that with me all the time. Now these you should be all be familiar with these. These are these quick connect blocks. It's just to make quick connections. So if I need to put three things together, I can do so. Open them up, put the wires in, and snap them down. You will see these in the future. I'm not going to test them right now, considering what I have to go through here. But you all know how these things work. And these were particularly inexpensive. I will leave links to the important stuff down below. I don't know if I'll bother with the cheapy little toys that I just showed you, like the pen and the caliper. This really is madness, but I going online and I keep buying this stuff. I think it's an indication of some sort of addictive personality. What this is, and unfortunately it doesn't come with a schematic. I wish it did. I'm going to see if I can find a schematic on the internet for this. This is a power supply. It's adjustable, and I'll take this open here. Show you. It's a kit. It's adjustable power supply, 0 to 3 amps and 0 to 30 volts or something like that. And it doesn't use element 317s or anything like that. It uses a great big transistor and several op amps to do its work. So it's a properly designed power supply. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I have a project in mind for this. Now, the project I have in mind is to build my own little linear adjustable power supply with variable voltage and variable current, and this provides all that. There's a shunt resistor for the current measurement, and because I had that 1502D plus power supply that I got at one time really cheap, I got it for like $50 or something like that, but I see that online now at incredibly high prices, like $120 or $130. I'm not saying it's not worth that. It's a linear power supply, and they're really nice to have over a switching supply, and the switching supply is in around that capacity. I think that was a 15 volt 2 amp. They can be very inexpensive, like 60 or 70 bucks, but they're noisy. I don't know. I just don't like switching power supplies. They radiate noise all over your lab. They put noise into the circuitry. They put noise down along the AC line that gets into other instruments and stuff like that. So my idea behind getting this is to build a power supply and show folks that you can actually go out there and build one. And I hope I can get this built for somewhere around the $100 range or something like that. This wasn't that very expensive. I'll leave a link to it down below, of course, but I think it was like $7, but I could be mistaken. There's more parts in here that go with this, and I have more parts coming. Usually they collect smaller parcels like this into bigger ones, but I don't know why they did this one. Ah, yes. So these have to do with this, my modified component tester. I just want to make up some nice shorter leads. So I got these banana plugs. You know, the gold plated, or supposed to be gold plated. They're yellow metal plated. And, you know, they'll go in here and I can make up leads of, you know, a reasonable length. So I'm not using those 1 meter long leads that I have. And I can use those specifically with this. And then I've got the 3 colors that I want, you know, the yellow, blue, and the green. And a red and black one left over for other fun stuff. I have more stuff coming for those cables, though. I've got, I'll show you, they might even be here. I've ordered so much stuff in the past little while. Like I said, you know, it's got to stop somehow. I can just imagine, like, this is how I'm going to entertain myself for the rest of my life. So it's going, all this stuff, most of this stuff is going to be around the day I pass away. And my kids are going to have to deal with all this stuff, you know? Sorry I'm going through this stuff pretty quick, but I just want to try and get through all this mail here. I'd like to do it in one video if I can. This is just a generic little case I bought. Another one that was buy 3 and get free shipping. So I don't know if you use these little cases or not, but they're great for keeping small things that you use all the time in, and keeps them separate. Like, instead of throwing them into a drawer with a whole bunch of other things, you can put it and its cables and any other attachments into one of these little cases and just put a label on it, and then you know where it is right away, and you can pick it up, put it in your pocket, put it in the briefcase. And okay, what do we have here? Another bag of, okay, yeah. Here's another bag of these connectors. Yeah, so these ones are also 3-wire, but they're 3 separate connectors here. So you have like an AC cable coming in. That's where I'm imagining these would be good for, and other things like that. You know, you can't have too much junk that you don't know what you're going to do with. That's what I think. I can see a future for these, though. So they're the same thing with just 2 pins. Or 2-pin cables. I think just from the size of this thing and its weight, I know what this is. This is for that power supply. Yeah, exactly what it is. This is a toroidal transformer. Now, I looked around and looked around and looked around, and you can get exactly what you want if you want to pay a lot of money, or you can get what you don't want really cheap, or you can get something in between. So what this is it's supposed to be 220 volts in, and then 2 24 volts, so 48 volts center tapped coming out. I need 24 volts total for that power supply over there. So if I put 110 volts into this, I should be able to get 24 volts out between the 2 yellow pins. Use a nice big bag here. Full of other bags. Okay. Lots of other bags. Alrighty then. What even are some of these things? Oh yeah, I think I know what these are. Where did my knife go? There it is. Okay. These are lights. These are lights like the ones I put up on the ceiling here. I just want to put them out in my garage. So I've got a couple of these ones. I think I'm going to need more, just to add to the lights that are out in the garage currently. There's a bracket in there, and there's 2 of them. They're supposed to be 50 watts, but as we saw from the ones that I mounted up on the roof here, they're not 50 watts. Now what the heck is this? What does it say on it? I have no idea. It must have been one of those things that you take an order. Or get over. Here's another thing that I found out too on AliExpress, and I think this is about the best advice I can give you for shopping on AliExpress. Is buy those things that say you get free shipping if it's over $10. And I'll tell you why. The reason for that is that AliExpress handle those. It's like going to Amazon and they say that the order is fulfilled by Amazon. So Amazon have all these in one warehouse or another around the place, and they'll ship them to you directly. You can get them Prime. That's the same with free shipping over $10. You get it a whole lot cheaper, even though it looks a little bit more expensive to begin with, because you're getting the shipping for free if you go over $10. You get a much better deal on it. And it gets shipped by AliExpress, and they use way better shipping. Instead of taking a month or 2 months to get to you, it usually gets to you in a couple of weeks, and it's fully trackable from one end to the other. If you buy this off of one of their vendors that doesn't buy into their shipping program, you could be waiting 2 months. I've waited over 2 months to get some stuff. It's quite annoying, but if you just do that one thing, if you just commit to saying, okay, when I buy off AliExpress, I'm going to spend more than $10, and I'm going to buy from vendors that buy into AliExpress's warehousing and shipping, and you'll do way better. That's okay. That's my wise advice for the day. Now, oh, okay, yeah, so this is a pencil, actually. This is a lighting module. I got this just to experiment around with. This is 110 volts. So I can I'm going to try building up my own lights. That's right. So I have a whole bunch of those heat sinks, like the one I put on the back of that 1502D plus power supply to make it better. And I'm going to see how that goes. All right. Yes, I know what this is too. This is a little another little kit I got. And it's going to go into my box of kits. So I don't know when I'll build it, but we have outside in our back there a nice little gazebo that I put together. And we go out there all the time to have dinner or something like that. We have guests come over. And what I thought I would do is I put in a little Bluetooth speaker in there. And that's what this is. It's Bluetooth stereo speaker. And I'll fix it up with a little solar panel and a rechargeable battery. And I'll set it out there so that if my guests want to, they've got their phone, they can connect up to it and let me listen to something or play some music through it. So that's what that's for. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. All right. I'm amazed I'm getting through this, and it's probably because I'm rushing through it. You guys let me know if this speed going through things is suitable or not. It looks like this was opened. Sometimes, sometimes customs do that, and they're supposed to put a label on it saying it was opened up. Sometimes you see the label, sometimes you don't. Okay, I know what this stuff is too. This. I'm always drawing up little circuit diagrams. Like I just showed you a piece of paper, like this piece of paper here. So I'll get that. And no, this is not circuit diagrams. This actually belongs in my box of kits. I saw this on AliExpress, of course, and I said, "Oh, well, that looks like a neat idea." And actually, listen, it's not as bad as I thought it would be for the price. For what it is a dry erase marker book. So it comes with one little marker. I guess I can buy more if I want. I think I'll probably get a selection of colors. And it allows you to, draw circuits. There's my transistor. And when you're all done with it, and you've designed it and you've gotten rich off the royalties and everything else, you can, it comes with this little cloth here. It's supposed to be ideally suited. It's just a cloth. Ideally suited for removing dry erase marker, and it works pretty good. Okay, that looks like it might be handy. I will use that and try to save some trees. These here are little meters. I thought they'd be handy for just throwing into projects. They're little 3-wire meters. So I'm assuming that the red and black are going to be some voltage in, and that the white is going to be the measurement. I could be completely wrong, but let's try that out. Let's try them out right now. I've got it all hooked up to this variable resistor here. So I'm going to have 12 volts coming in, then that's going to come out to the red and black here, and then I've got the white wire going into the wiper on this, and I'm going to turn it on. Anybody want to take bets on whether I've got too much voltage here or not? Well, we're going to find out. Ooh, look at that. So I've got this turned down all the way. Let me turn it up here. Yeah, that's exactly how these things work. I'm interested to see how accurate it is. My interest is piqued. Let me get a meter out. So yeah, it's off by 0.1 volts. That could be something systematic in the design there. But that'll be handy for, you know, get you in the ballpark and maybe in the bleachers rather than in the field. But sure, why not? All right, let's get this cleared out of the way. We'll get on to the next item. Okay, so here is the next item, and this is a solar charge controller. And it's a little upscale from the one I did a video a little while back on putting solar power, supplemental solar power into our little teardrop trailer that we like to go camping in. Instructions come nicely in English, as well as, I'm guessing that's Chinese. Yeah, when I looked it up online, it's going to do us fairly well. So I'll have the charge controller actually on the interior, so we can use the USB connections to charge phones and stuff like that. And yeah, I think this one's going to be a lot better. And it was fairly inexpensive. I don't know if it's going to be as nice as that one. Why don't we take a quick look inside? Yeah, that other one I had fairly nicely built and designed. I mean, for the price. That's another thing about AliExpress. I think I'm going to do a video on it, about some of the ridiculous claims on AliExpress. Like I was looking up rechargeable 9-volt batteries, because I bought a bunch and I used them all up. Okay, it's getting too complicated here. And I used them all up and I want to get more, and I thought, oh well, instead of going to Amazon, I'll go to AliExpress and see what they have there. And some of the claims are just outrageous. And then, when I was looking for this as well, the claims regarding solar power are absolutely outrageous too. Oh, this doesn't want to come out. This is not going to be destructive, is it? Nope. Well, it's a very simple device in comparison. I'm going to try this. There isn't much to it. And at least not that I can show you. That's probably a display controller there. And probably it's just a microcontroller, I'm sure, as handling the display as well. There's a few other components around. I can't even see what they are. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so it's got two LM258s, one here and one underneath the display. And this over here is an SC8F6790 microcontroller with flash memory. And this is a VC34064A, which doesn't come up when I Google it. But looking by what's surrounding it, I would say that it's a switch mode power supply. So that's it. It doesn't look too bad. But we'll find out at some point. If it's no good, I do have the other one as a fallback. I know it works well. Okay, very good. Yes. So, okay, these are related to the little tester. These are what I'm going to use along with those banana plugs that we saw before to build up shorter cables, because they're really nice flexible material. They come with really good alligator clips. I'm going to use 3 of these, and I'm going to shorten them down using those banana plugs. All right, second last package. Yeah, okay, this, I know what this is too. This is a Wi-Fi module. And it's supposed to be Wi-Fi to serial. Now on some of my computers, my little computers that I have, I use these little Bluetooth modules. I connect up the Bluetooth in my computer, and that's my terminal into the little computer. These computers here. So this, it just usually sits over the I/O connector here and allows me to access them from my benchtop computer here in the lab. So this table we're at here is about 10 feet long, this bench. And the computer is down at one end of it, and I'm usually up at this end where a lot of my test equipment is. And if I'm up here, the range of this Bluetooth, I guess because of all the other equipment in here singing its merry songs, is not very good. So I'm hoping that the Wi-Fi module will be better. So that's my plan, is to use this in place of this. And yeah, it looks like they are made as competitors for these little Bluetooth modules. So that should be an interesting time getting that up and working. I'm sure I'll have to rely on online resources if I can find them, because it came with nothing. Okay, that's second last item. And here is the last item. Oh, I think I know what this is. This took 2 months, more than 2 months to arrive. Let's see what we got in here. So this is a soldering iron. It plugs into a Heiko soldering station. And it's just a replacement iron in case I need it. Well, that's it, folks. That's everything that was in the big mailbag. I know I didn't go into a lot of it in detail, but you'll see it coming up in projects in the future. I just wanted to get through with it and get it out of the way and get everything away where it's supposed to go. Thanks a lot for coming out and joining me for this one. If there's anything in specific you'd like to see that you saw there in greater detail, just let me know, and I'll hurry that along and do that in a video to come. All right, folks. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.